If I could go back just one day before Mama died, I would have asked her everything I was too afraid to say. Because now I live with questions so heavy. I can barely breathe beneath them. And the answer to those questions was in a letter. A single folded piece of paper, hidden deep inside the pages of her old Bible. She left me the truth, not in words, but in wounds. And the day I read that letter was the day I stopped knowing who I was. It had been 2 weeks since Mama's funeral. She passed on a Tuesday, peacefully, they said. But peace doesn't scream for forgiveness in your final breath. Peace doesn't cry out a name that isn't her child's. She kept calling Uzoma, and I thought it was just pain talking. But it was guilt, and I was too blind to see it. That night, I stayed behind in her apartment. The lights off, the air still smelling like the shea butter she used on her hands. I was looking through her things, not to find secrets, but to hold on to pieces of her. That's when I saw it, tucked in the back of her old worn Bible. A yellowed envelope, soft with age. It read, "To my Adaora, when I am gone." I opened it slowly, my hands trembling like I already knew that whatever it was inside would never let me sleep the same again. The letter read, "My baby, I wish I told you this sooner, but I was afraid the truth would break you the way it broke me. I raised you alone, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. The man you called Papa is not just your father, he is also Chisom's husband." What? Did she just say? My father is my sister's husband? I dropped the letter. My legs couldn't hold me. I fell to the floor like the truth had punched me in the stomach. No, it couldn't be. But somewhere deep down, I knew. Suddenly, my memories stopped being my memories and turned into clues I had missed. I remembered how Papa would visit once in a while, always with someone, a doll, a book, foreign candy. He never stayed long. Mama always looked nervous around him, but she would smile and say thank you to our family friend. Family friend? Now I know she meant family twice over. And my sister Chisom, she never visited us in America. She never called, but Mama would always send her money every month without fail. Was it guilt or silent tax? I picked up the phone that night and I called Auntie Ronke in Nigeria. Adaora angrily said, Auntie, who is Chisom's husband?" Auntie Ronke, calm but rattled, "Adaora, where is this coming from?" Adaora choked up. "I found Mama's letter. If you lie to me, I swear I will never forgive you." There was silence. Then Auntie Ronke sadly said, "It was your Papa first, but your mother found out too late. Chisom had already married him. My whole existence was a betrayal. My birth, a scandal wrapped in silence. I stayed up till dawn, not crying, not sleeping, just existing. And by sunrise, I had made up my mind. I booked a one-way ticket to Nigeria, Ibadan. I had to see them, both of them, had to know. Did they know? Was my sister living a lie too? Or was I the only secret in this family? The heat slapped me. The air smelled of dust, pepper, and diesel. The streets buzzed with bikes, voices, and the rhythm of a land I had never known, but somehow felt buried in my bones. I stayed at a guest house across from the compound. Their compound. Mama had warned me never to go near it, but now it was the only place I wanted to be. That night, I sat by the window. The curtain danced with the wind, and I stared at the compound gate. Behind that gate was my sister Chisom, married, pregnant, maybe happy, and her husband, Uzoma, my father. What happens when you love someone, but the truth makes loving them impossible? Mama, you ran to protect me, but your silence became my storm. Tomorrow I will walk through that gate, not as your daughter, not as his child, not even as Chisom's sister, but as the one truth this family tried to bury. And I swear, I will not stay buried. Moral lessons. Secrets buried to protect can still grow into poisonous roots. Speak your truth. Silence doesn't heal. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the part 1 of this interesting story. I know it looked so not too possible, but watch out for the part 2 in the next slide. Thank you.